Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. This is Wednesday morning. I am back here and we're almost ready to get started. So, where to start? Let me have a quick look at the market first. Make sure I don't miss anything. I'll give you a recap what's been going on. Some of the plays I called out earlier this week has finally happened. Let me just make sure I'm ready to catch something if it starts moving. Okay. Interesting. Tell you why in a sec. Let me just get this separator out. Okay, so Wednesday morning, quick recap on what happened yesterday. So yesterday I actually caught this move here. Okay, so I caught this here. Unfortunately, I exited around there, took most of my position at the top here, left the runner, and I moved it past break even into profit. And as it was coming back down, I thought, okay, it's done, and I let it go. As you can see, I missed it a little bit. What was interesting about this trade, I had a fair bit of size on, and if I left it to continue, I had reason to believe it was going to get to 4,000. Gold was going to get to 4,000, 4,008 or so. I had reason to believe that if I had held it and I stayed in this, I would have passed this first phase of the 100k high stakes 5% challenge account that I am doing. That's a mouthful, but basically I'm doing a 100k prop firm challenge, and with the first evaluation stage I need to hit 8% of the count. That would have been 8% quite easily if I held the move. I don't really like holding trades overnight, and on top of that I will still need to continue to trade. I will still have to trade about, I need to have 3 profitable days, which is about 0.5% on the account, which is about $500. Yesterday was my second day of trading account, so even if I had reached a profit target, I'll still need to trade additional 2 more days. So I was happy to take the money. I didn't want to see it come back. After it broke this high, I knew it was going to come back. It was a question of when, so I got out roughly there. I'll show you quickly trade history. So as you can see, I got out there, left the runner as it came back, took my runner out. So I bought that yesterday aggressively, took it out, waited, it dipped back into the zone, caught it again when it broke this H1 candle, put another size on. So I caught that on stream, you may have saw that, and I put another size on off stream, and then the rest of it is there. So that was quite enough to finish this challenge, but it is what it is. I'm happy to slow down. As I mentioned on Monday, sometimes when I decide to slow down, I finish things quite quickly, you know. So I expected to take at least 14 days, and it's been 2 days, and I could have finished it yesterday, but going way ahead of schedule, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit today. So normally, typically what happens now is after I have a big day, like I did yesterday, I have a bad day, and that's not what I'm trying not to do today. So I'm going to be a little bit more patient today. Even though there's a trend here, there's an opportunity to buy. I'm going to see what makes sense. So let's start with gold. Makes sense here. Trend is strong. There is an opportunity to buy there. Let me see. The problem is it's not coming back into a zone. It's just, you know, flying off. So I could jump into it and try to ride the trend up. But that's a bit, actually I could. It's not a bad structure to continue that. This hour's almost done. Yeah, I could actually do that. But with a generous stop loss, because we're 1 minute before London session start. So maybe I should let London session drop down and try buy it there, or I could just get here and just hold it. Let's see. Let me just have a quick look. See if I could just continue this trend. Okay, so it's tapped here already. This is low. This was the better entry. here. So anything here may jump back in there. Let's see if London could push us in there, jump in there, try beat these highs. First trade of the day, probably this buy. May not get opportunity after this. Let's see. Go away a little bit. If you're just joining the stream, let me know where you are joining us from, where you are located. And also let me know what you're looking at today. Looking at gold so far, gold has been very good to me this week. Might just jump in here if I get a break of the candle. I want it to dip a little bit more. I'll get in here. But if it breaks this candle, I might just jump in there to try to continue this uptrend. Let's have a look at M1, see what that looks like all the time. Yeah, I might just take a buy here. M1 says that's a decent enough entry. So I'm gonna try and manage risk all day today. I'm willing to take a small loss if necessary. I'm not trying to do too much today. And let's see, I want to try to keep things tight today. Not try to lose too much of what I made yesterday. 3-1. Let's just have a quick look at the H1 structure to figure out where my stop loss is going to be. Should be here. Yeah, should be there. Start here though and move it up. 4007. Okay, so the maximum willing to lose within this day is only $1,000, which is 1% of this account, which is roughly here. So not gonna lose more than that, but I'm very likely to place my stop loss underneath here once this breaks through. If this breaks through this previous high here, which it should, if it holds the structure. My concern on placing my stop loss now, I could see it, London volatility just dipping here before it goes off again. It should respect this low here. It came from a demand zone on the lower time frame. Came from this demand zone on the lower time frame, so that's respecting the structure, and it's a H1 low, so it should respect that low. Let's keep it here actually. It should respect this low, and if it doesn't, are we looking at a reversal? Are we looking at a run on liquidity? Don't know. We're going to wait, give it enough space for it to get moving. So risking about 0.7 currently, but I think in total for this move, it's going to be about 0.5, which is good. Yeah, let's do 0.7 so far. And if it starts moving in our direction, I would then adjust it to 0.5. Depending how price moves here, if it starts aggressively pushing down here, maybe we're done here. I needed to respect this low. H1 low. Yep. All right. First trade of the day. What's up, William? How you doing? Did you tell me you held it? Tell me you held it. Did you hold gold? Tell me you held gold. Look where it's sitting now. Good call, actually. I need to give you some dues as you put me onto gold on day one. You made me have a look at it, and I saw this opportunity here. So thank you for that. EURUSD's been toying with me all week, so I'm gonna be flexible. Keep an eye on everything else. FTSE's been toying with me as well. Look at FTSE. I was moving at last. I was in that FTSE trade here yesterday. Came all the way back. Would have stopped me out. Glad I got out. Then we went to TP. I was still trying to get to TP, which had been this previous high. And DAX has even been worse. So I expected DAX to continue what's going on FTSE. And as you can see, since Monday, just going sideways, consolidating. EURUSD finally broke that low that I called out on Monday, which was this low here. Had it marked out for a while. I did try to take a trade yesterday evening to try run this low, but it just wasn't moving, so I got out of the position. But as you can see, it's got there. Maybe there's a buying opportunity down there now because it's considerably low, and yeah, there's a potential breaker structure here. Let's just have a look quickly. So we have a trend, fake out, comes here, fakes to continue, and it's about to break this high. So that's a breaker structure. It's typically what I used to trade. That's the setup I used to scalp. That was for the last 2 years, for the last year and a half or so, but it just hasn't been as consistent. I tried to get that here, drew me out, took me up, you know, messed around, and it's available here again. So maybe I'll leave it alone, but I'll keep an eye on it, see. I might put a small size on it, 0.5 or something like that on it, and see if we could get something. Actually, not 0.5, 0.5% of the account maybe, but not 0.5. Smaller size and see what we could do. Alright, I'll have a look at that in a second. Just gonna keep an eye on this move here. I may jump into EURUSD for a quick scalp. Well done. Well done for holding. So yeah, you just need to cruise now, really. And to get that 0.5, you don't need to do it in one move. Remember that. You could do it slowly. The thing is, sometimes if you rush, you build up all this adrenaline, makes you think it's easy, you become a bit overzealous, and then the following day, it all comes flooding out, you know? One bad trade and it all comes flooding out. So be cautious of that. It's happened to me too often. So I'm trying to go a little bit slower. I wanted to take 14 days ahead of schedule. Gonna slow down a little bit. Could take this trade. Could do 2.5. Could take this trade if it breaks this candle. Stop loss underneath here. Pretty sure that's about 10 pips or so. Not massive risk. Yeah, it's about 13 pips, 2.5. Maybe about 0.3% on the account I'm risking. There's a lot of trailing going on here, possibly liquidity here. Could see reason to buy. Should probably be exiting my gold trade at 0.2 up already. I want to try to get this trade here. So if the gold trade holds up and this holds up, that's great. If one of the two don't hold up, at least looking at break even day maybe. But I want to do this trade. I could just get this little drive. I really want to keep an eye on gold, but you know, this thing taking its time. Come on. This is the closest thing to an indicator I use. This is my confirmation when it breaks that high. That's at least need to wait for that, right? Um, so I got myself a drawdown from day one, took a bit of a loss. I did something outside of stream, got into drawdown, and then when I took this trade, I don't know, it was a bit, it was about the equivalent of 7%. So if I wasn't in drawdown, probably be finished now as well. So I did about 7 or 8% yesterday from the gold trade. So if I wasn't in drawdown, I'll be finished as well. 2 days. But yeah, it's a bit too fast. And that's what I'm referring to. So a bit overzealous on day one, which is expected. Got myself in drawdown. Tried to be patient day two and caught that big move. You know, high conviction on that move. So I put some size on, back out of it now. And I'm sitting on about 4% so far. And go have a quick look at gold. This is taking its time. Good. Gold is moving. I'm going to manage this a little bit. I'm going to take some size here off. Just bank some of this. And then I can move to break even. Well, I'll leave it here for now. Let's get 0.2. Now we could go break even. I can see me getting stopped out after breaking this. It pushed back in. So let's see. Let's leave it here, giving it room to wiggle. 0.6. All right, less than 0.2. Just a free trade, more or less. Let's see if it moves. All right, back to the euro. I think, yeah. Have you got a price point for gold? See it getting anywhere in particular? Right now, I'm just letting gold ride. See if it wants to continue being bullish and aggressive. I'll be happy with 0.5 today. I'm not trying to do too much today. 0.5 today will be good. Bank those profitable days, then look to complete the rest next week maybe. I'm going away tomorrow. Won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll be back on Monday, the following Monday. Probably still be trading tomorrow though. We'll see. Depends. Going for a little road trip with the family. FTSE is not saying much. DAX is not saying much. I should put these guys to the back, man. Back of the class, really too. Euro's moving and gold is definitely moving. So as it after it breaks a high, you could always see it pulling back in. So that's why I'm not at break even. Definitely coming back, potentially taking me out. Could be underneath here, risk off. Could be underneath here, should be underneath there. Completely risk off. I wanted to give it room. One big 5-minute candle takes me out. I can see it happening. Because I mean, that's where most people are leaving their stop losses. That's an easy win for market makers. I'm going to keep it down here. It needs to break this low anyway to be some kind of a reversal or something for me to worry about. So I'm just going to have, let's see what I made on that. Okay, 0.2, I made 0.2 on that. So don't want to give it all back. Free trade. And a little bit of profit. That's nothing, is it? I might just call it on this one. I think about that. Come back to that. Could bank it and be happy. I'll be happy if I bank it. Yeah, I'll be happy if I bank it. I'm gonna bank this. That's all I really wanted, for it to break this high. I'm very conscious that it's at a considerable height. So getting out here was cool because I know stop losses are there. That's where I would be. So let me just put that there. Let's see if I did the right thing. Would I have got stopped out? We're about to find out. Yeah, that move was a monster move. And as it broke, I just thought, you know, it's coming back. And do you really want to see yourself get back in drawdown, or see the position come back against you? So it was my target to get those highs. I'll just show you again. It was my target to get these highs. So these equal highs, I said from morning, this isn't a reversal pattern. So I jumped in there, decent enough entry. Trade history, decent enough entry, and I got out at the top here. And as I got out, we had this. So I didn't want to see this, then overnight for it to come down further, and then just spend the whole day hoping and wishing it continues up. So I got out here, wanting to leave that runner to see if it could do this, but just too much time. I was out at my boys' football training, so I just didn't want to have any distractions. So I got out, and that was it. I think that's my approach. I just can't keep an eye on the charts all day. Dedicate my time to do it in the morning, and that's it. Then the rest of it is family. If I could find that balance, keeps me healthy mentally, and that's then visible in my trading. Nice and relax. All right, did I miss? Okay, cool. So I'm very glad I wasn't too eager here. I needed that candle to break. It's not done so, and nice pushing. Still could come back. I would prefer it now if it did come back. Pulling in here, that's a fake continuation of the current trend. Pushes up and breaks this. That would be great. I would love that. Then that will give me more confidence that this is pushing back up. Stop losses will be here as this broke here. People trying to continue this trend. As it broke there, people would have got in here to try to continue pushing it down. More or less what I did with the gold trade in the opposite direction. But with this, I don't think it's as strong as a trend as the gold trade. And if you look on the higher time frame, look to the left. Okay, so well, that's a decent shot actually to continue. It's created equal lows, so it may pull up, then smash through later. But point being, it's been bought here multiple times within this zone, okay? So it could just smash through here, get underneath here, underneath there, around here. That would be a better buying opportunity. But before it gets there, you know, back and forth. It's broke this low finally, and I expect it to at least tag back into that before continuing further down. Why? That's what it's been doing. So this low here, it broke it there, came all the way back within this zone, consolidated, broke through. So today could be this. It's meant to pull out. So I mentioned this previously. This is pawn flag. Pawn flag, you see it on M1, you see it on the daily, you see it on the monthly. It's all the same price action, price structure. If you forget all this distraction, maybe if I go to a line chart, you can see it clearly. Let's see. No, can't be bothered. Anyway, line chart. That's a line going down. That's the pole. Flags up like a checker flag, then pulls out here again. Flags up, checker flag again, pulls out. So I would expect it to pull back in to hit this zone the same way it did for this low here and this low here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. This is a low, low. So a low, low, I'll be looking to buy to get back in that zone. That's why I didn't want to hold this gold trade too long, because we are at highs. It's a new high here. It could reverse from here. And as I said, my stop loss would have been here, which is the same place most people would have placed it, trying to run this high. Stop loss there. It could break this. If it pulls up, then pushes down and break this within this hour, then that's a reversal pattern. So I don't want to stay in that too long. And that could still happen. So just going to wait and see if I read that right. And keep an eye on EURUSD, still an opportunity to buy. And if there is, I'll just take a small position. Let's see if I did my 0.5 today. No, 0.3 today so far. I wouldn't mind another 0.2 and I call it a day. EURUSD, I'm looking to go long, because right now what we've got, like I said, it's just broken a major low, and from there it usually gets brought back into the zone it broke from before it continues the downtrend, if it is to continue the downtrend, right? Structure wise, it's the same here. So here's a low, it broke it here, and it pushes back in, breaks it again, pushes back in. So that happens multiple times, and that's on M5. M1 is the same thing. H1 is the same thing. So right now we just broke a H1 major low, or a daily low even if you look at it on a daily. I'd expect it to pull back into that zone before it continues. Maybe I should mark that zone out. Very important price point. Probably got it marked out already. Yes, I do. This one here, okay? So equal lows down here, that's where we currently are. Not ideal buying from equal lows, so maybe I shouldn't touch this actually. That's the breaking structure I want to see, and that's where I would expect it to come back into. So if I see that breaking structure, I can see it going back here before it continues going down for those equal lows, and that would be ideal. That would be the read for EURUSD. Could be wrong here, could just break further down, break that equal lows before it does that. But I would expect it to come back to 16.45 at some point. Whether it's today, I don't know. Sometime this week maybe, before it goes down further. That's what I would expect. That's the read I've got. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but structure wise, that's what I would expect. Let's see what happened with that gold trade. Yeah, break even. Would I have survived? Don't know. Very, very bullish on gold. Break even would have just survived so far. I'm okay with that. Potentially buy at this break here. Stop loss there. And try to ride it up again, but I'm okay. Here with gold. Let's see if FTSE wants to do anything today. Can't Can't trade this. Looks like it pushes up, but taken out previous day, came back in, should be bought, but that's not really a trend I want to be touching. And DAX is just consolidating all week. Maybe eventually it takes this high. This is Friday last week's high. Maybe eventually it takes this high at some point. Very surprised. So what are you guys looking at? Anyone looking at any other indices? You mentioned USD JPY, right? Let's have a quick look at that, see what's going on. Let me know what you guys are looking at. Can't see nothing on these guys. These four right now. Let's check UJ. Is it disappeared too? Interesting. It's hiding. Oh, there it is. Chart yourself and get my charts cleaned up. Big gap. Let's see, I notice. Let's see. My initial thoughts is you're looking for a sell to try to fill that gap. My initial thoughts. Okay, trending strong, high. Really high up there. But yeah, this is a massive gap. I'd expect it to get filled. Slow trend though, it's quite choppy. But I guess quite clear, it's a uptrend. No clear entry right here. This is consolidation. Pull down. This could be like that could be a pull, that could be a flag. There's a break here in that structure, so maybe there's a buy there. I just don't trust JPY like that. Maybe there's a buy there. Let's see. Yeah, now this is consolidation. I wouldn't touch. I would not do anything on USD JPY right now. That's just consolidation. And there we go. Euro finally moving up. So like I said, this is potentially a fate to continue. Then it comes back and breaks, runs some stop losses. It's doing exactly what I want. I don't like the fact there's equal lows here, so I should be more cautious about that. Yeah, I could do. Yeah, it's a small loss, if anything. I'm looking to buy Euro USD if it breaks this high here, and I get a quick scalp. Even though it's sitting on equal lows, which I hate. But my expectation is it to hit here before it comes for those equal lows at the bottom. So this is technically counter trend. So I'm not trying to stick around for long. If I am getting into this trade, I'm not sticking around for long. 10 pips will be great, but I'll get out before that if necessary. There's no major news today, I don't believe. Quick check, but I don't believe so. Yeah, a lot of speeches, but no major high impact news. There's crude oil, and there's another speech in the evening, but nothing that should affect my trading this morning. All right, just gonna be patient. Still nothing happening in this. Ideally, I would love to see it run these equal lows, then come back and do what I'm anticipating, and that would be better. Have my stop loss a bit more safer. But if it does break it here, I'll take it. Yeah, it's equal lows. Really don't like that. So be it. Still got 30 minutes to this candle, H1 candle. If it breaks this high within this H1 candle, definitely taking it. Gold didn't move. Glad I didn't get back in. So if gold is putting a little bit of a reversal here, EURUSD putting a bit of a reversal here. These other two not doing nothing. DAX and FTSE not doing much. And USD JPY is consolidating as well. So it looks like everything's consolidating right now. Best thing to do is be patient. Let's see what happens. If you are just tuned in, just join the chat. Let me know what you're looking at. Maybe there's something I've seen. I can see that you haven't. Maybe it's an opportunity for me to jump in as well. Let me know what you're looking at. And if you're new to the stream, I am doing a pot fund challenge, 5% pot fund challenge. It's called high stakes. Step one, hold on. Step one is to hit the 8% profit target. That's step one. Step two is 5% profit target. And some of the rules, or one of the other objectives, should I say, is to have 3 days profitable minimum, right? And profitable day consists of a 0.5% winning day. All right, we're getting in here with USD, just waiting for that break. Looks like we're getting it. Just gonna wait. I'm gonna be so patient. I need that confirmation. One pip away. Currently up 4%. Let's try and make 0.5 today, and that'll be a very good week. So I started this on Monday. If I could make 0.5 today, that's 2 profitable days. Had a losing day on Monday. Big win yesterday. And today will conclude a very good week. Won't be streaming Thursday, but I will be back on Monday. Going away on Thursday, Friday for the weekend, but back on Monday. So if you are new here and you do appreciate that people actually trade live, hit the like button, support the channel, and keep doing what I'm doing. Come on. Gonna check back on gold. Yeah, everything just slowed down. Okay, so FTSE looks like it wants to break up further, but big pole. This is somewhat of a flag. Broke that candle, could be bought from there, but don't trust FTSE. If you zoom out, all week it's just been consolidation. It could just hold here and come back again. It's meant to be trending up, but alright, come on, euro, let's go. Am I in? Yeah, I'm in. There's my trade levels. There we go. All right. Stop loss just underneath the swing high, the previous H1 swing point here. And that's 16.068. Let's give it 16.06. I'm just trying to scalp it quickly. Ideally, TP is 10 pips or at least this price point here at 16.45, but I doubt I'll hold it there. So I'm going to go for 10 pips as a minimum, and that will round off the day. So I got in at 21.2 and 31.2 would be ideal. Thank you. And actually that's quite decent. We've got imbalance here, inefficiency there, we've got stop losses here, can see it getting up there. So yeah, 10 pips for this move, 16.31.2, and I'll be quite happy. With that. And that will be 2 small scalps today, 2 wins. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Live trades. Actually trading. None of this. Buy my mentorship class and I'll show you how I trade on demo accounts. I convince everyone it's real money. None of that here. If you've been trading if you're new to trading, you probably are not aware there are a lot of fake gurus or fake traders. If you're 1 or 2 years in, maybe you've noticed the patterns. But yeah, there's a lot of demo accounts out here. Demo account users claiming 500 a day and so on. I could think of so many videos pop into my head. You've probably seen it yourselves. A lot of them out there. The majority of people on YouTube who are trading are scamming. Personally, it's just what I've seen, and it's difficult to learn in an environment where there's so many things that stacked against you. You've got prop firms who are scamming, some prop firms, not all of them, claiming that their accounts are real and they're actually fake, and they're doing behind the scene things to make you lose money. Gamifying trading like it's not hard enough already. You got influencers who are trading on demos, claiming it's real cash and flaunting a lifestyle that's supported by, you know, mentorship and discords and YouTube payouts or whatever you want to call them. You got that, and got actually trading itself. Trading is not easy, man. Reason it's not easy is because you need to learn how to control your emotions, and that's not easy. Most people can't do that. If you could control your emotions, that's great. Definitely trade. All right, let's see. Hopefully this is a nice quick break. It should be. There's a lot of liquidity here. These stop losses here that would have been here. That should, every time a stop loss gets taken, that should drive it further, you know. So hopefully we get this straight away. Will be just what I deserve for being so patient. 39 minutes or so was looking at this before I got into it. Let's have a look at H1. Yeah, and you can see we had the structure, lower H1 lows here, then finally broke it here. It could go up, it come back down and go. It could come back down and stop me out, but hopefully it gets 10 pips before. I expected to reach this price point at 1652, no, 1645 too, before it goes further down to run these equal lows, but we'll see. So let me just check my risk. 0.4. Try and make 0.3. We'll be adjust that in a second. Make sure it's at least 0.4. Made 0.3 already today. If I lose this, 0.1 down on the day, and that could be the end of my session. 2 trades, small loss. Get rid of this. Yeah. Had to come back, didn't it? I mean, as you can see, it's reacting to my entries. Breaker structure, really nice entry. From there, hopefully it just drives. Quick look at gold. Still early to see if I did the right thing. So I was in a gold trade earlier, got out after it just run this high. That's all I really needed, and I got out. Could continue trending up, but I'm quite happy just to get the 0.3 from this trade. Keep it clean today. Tried to have a very quiet day. Had a big day yesterday, and typically after that I have losing days after my big days. So I'm trying to keep things very simple today. What's up, Whipping Post? I'm back. It's just the kids, man. They took priority. They were off schools, hard to trade when they're here, period. Then holidays, then birthdays, more holidays. Then school just seemed to never want to come back. And just then I had to refurbish our kitchen, and it just too many things had going on for me to find any consistency in my schedule. So I just had to put trading to the side. I did trade, I still traded, but I just couldn't dedicate the mornings to sit down and do so. So I had to do it infrequently on my phone and so on. So I didn't really, I did post some of those, some of the things I did, but there wasn't any consistency. Definitely couldn't stream live now. They're at school now, got all the time in the world right now. So it made sense to do it now. So quick update. I've been back since Monday, and I'm trading now the 5%ers high stakes challenge. I am on step 1, just started on Monday, and I need to hit 8% to reach the first, well, past the first evaluation stage. Currently sitting at 4% on the count. And I had a big move on gold yesterday, got out of it, and today I'm just trying to grind slowly because I need to have at least 3 profitable days, which is 0.5% on the count, so about $500 per day minimum to pass the other objective. So today I'm taking it slowly. Gonna try to be patient, more patient than I was yesterday. Actually, I was very patient yesterday. I take that back, but more cautious, should I say? I used a lot of risk yesterday. High conviction on the gold trade. But yeah, I'm back. How's trading been for you? Summer was a bit funny as well. I took 1 or 2 losses that I wasn't expected. Like this setup I'm trading now, which is the setup I've been trading for last year or 2. It was not hitting the same during summer. There was a lot of stopping me out by 1 pip, then going in my direction. A lot of that was happening, so it wasn't great. you know what I'll do with this trade? Because it's not a bad trade. I'm gonna take some off and then let it ride. Then move to break even. See if we could get the rest of this. So I expect this to get to 1645 too. But I'm gonna at 10 pips. I'm gonna take at least, I don't know, 80% off, and then leave the rest. Do 80% off. But we'll see. Let's do no point. Do 2.5 or 2.7. Let's do 2.7. So taking partials at 31.2. That'd be great if we get that. Then I move to break even, see if we could get the rest. The rest will be 20, about $60. Not much. But I'll take it. Yeah, let me know how trade has been for you during the summer. Structure wise, it's been a bit funny for me, EURUSD, and that's why I'm having a broader look at the market now, having a look at other instruments. Gold has been good, very easy trend to catch, especially on the higher time frame. Mark it out, wait for it to come to you. But EURUSD, my setup wasn't hitting, so I'm trying to be more flexible now, making sure I am in line with the trend. If I'm doing counter trend, which is this is counter trend, make sure I'm managing my risk better. But if I'm doing with the trend, I could put more size. So that's the new approach, adapted to suit the current market conditions. Yeah, it's difficult because it's all kind of consolidated. If you zoom out, you see that like the indexes are consolidating, even though they're trending up, but they're chopping slowly up, they're grinding up. So it's hard to get a decent move with no high impact news. And yeah, gold. Wow, we're missing out on gold. Okay, so that's TP in a sec, and I'm just gonna try to catch it. 31.2. Come on, get me out. There we go. Alright, good. Happy with that. Break even, I think. Should I give it some space? Well, $29. And this off to 900. Control this. Yeah, so I'm gonna stay there. That's the H1 low. It will be the next H1 candle to break this if it breaks this. So this low should be respected. That's how trends go. Previous lows, when it's not uptrend, should be respected, especially on the higher time frame. So as you can see here, coming down, previous H1 respected, 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 respected. So when I trail my stop losses or trail my moves, I use H1 lows or highs, depending on the direction, obviously, to continue to move, because typically when you get a reversal or this consolidation to run the previous ones, it usually leads to a reversal in itself. So for it to continue this downtrend, it needs to beat this low. So that's where my stop loss is for now. As it moves up away from my entry, I'll move to break even when it gets closer to TP, Right now it's too close to my entry. Could see it coming back here, being brought up here to drive again. So I'm only risking about $29. Could afford to lose that. Let's see, I think I made my 0.5 today anyway. Let's see. That's 275. That's 3. That's, yeah. So as long as I don't lose $74, I'm good. I made my 0.5 today. This is $30. Yeah, that's cool. Could leave this one to ride. Typically don't like leaving runners, but sometimes you miss out on good opportunities when you leave a runner. Left the runner here. I think I was just here. Just here. Break, just above break even, moved into profit. I think it was there. Maybe I got stood out then. Left the runner yesterday. Let's see where it was. I can't remember. It was a dollar amount. Maybe it was there. Can't say for sure. Maybe it was there. But as it came to it, I just took it out. Missed out on this. But it's cool because I didn't want to hold overnight. But I did miss out on 6,787 points on gold. Just, it's all good. Almost 5% up on the account. I can live with that. Yeah, forgot about this guy. So within this zone, I would expect some kind of pullback within this little inefficiency here. So maybe I exit here. I see it getting up to there, but I don't know. I'm quite happy here. I'm quite happy here. Take my win. Would prefer another $80 today. Get 5% on the account. Let's see if there's one more trading opportunity. Could be on this gold trade. As I said, stop losses are here. When it breaks, it's easy just to come back here, just to run some stop losses. So it could be an opportunity on gold here. Let's have a look on the H1, see. No. Nothing happening on the H1. I would expect it to break in this low within 7 minutes to have some kind of reversal. So very strong argument to continue the trend up on gold, but tight stop losses like the one I would have had here may not have held, so I'm okay with that trade. To have a quick look at the other instruments to see, okay, there's an opportunity on FTSE if you like to run these highs, but not my style of trading, trying to run highs. I may catch a trend, I may catch a reversal, but jumping in anywhere just to run a high, I'm not sure about that. You may just get equal highs and comes all the way back. So nothing doing on FTSE. I'm bullish on DAX. It's been meaning to run this high all week and it's just not been moving. And EURUSD has been moving. It's dropped down significantly since Monday, I believe. Monday highs up here. That being said, there is a gap here. To see an argument for it to come back up. Hopefully it's not within this trade that I just took and got out of and it comes all the way back up. So let's see, where was I? So back to DAX. DAX looking to run Monday's high. still holding its trend. I was in on this move on Monday. Caught it quite nicely down there, I believe. Yeah, down there. But as you see, if I left it, moved to break even, I would have got stopped out. So definitely my preferred approach is still scalping. I'm gonna hold it, maybe leave a runabout. That doesn't tend to suit me either. Alright. I would love another $80. Let's see. Okay, so add this break here. Broke those highs. That's the entry ideally. Okay. Would be better if it pulled back, then I could jump in to try run this high. Jumping in here just the same as the FTSE, just too risky. I do believe it's going to do it, but too risky. Could get it draw all the way down here and I spend the whole day sweating. So don't think I'm going to do that. Good exit on Euro. I did say there was equal lows down here. I had to get my 10 out. There's equal lows down here. So maybe it's coming back for that now. Didn't get to where I expect it to. It may still get there, but maybe in the New York session. Pretty sure gold would have stopped me out. So far I'm happy with everything I've done. But yeah, gold, I may be selling gold in a second with the new H1 candle due to print, and it's so close to the entry. Let's find that H1 low. Clean this up. Okay. This H1 low. The new H1 low candle comes and breaks that. That's potentially a significant pullback or start of a reversal. So there's an argument for a sell in gold. And maybe I'll take that, a small piece, try and make my remaining $80 for today. I'll be quite satisfied with making 0.7 today. I prefer to sell at highs, you know, rather than buy at highs. Okay, JPY is a no-go. I would not be touching on getting rid of this consolidation. Alright, so I'm going to be selling gold. I'm going to be selling gold if in the next 2 minutes it breaks this low. To continue this trend, it could have gone from here. Let's come down, got underneath there. If it gets underneath here, start of a reversal. That'll be the fake continuation, then break a structure. If it gets underneath here, which is what I just scalped here. Had the trend going down. Structure here, last high. Fake that was continuing, then it broke it there. It broke it there. So I got in for the scalp. So that's the setup I normally trade. And if it happens there, it's worth me taking a small chance on gold to do so. I mean, small chance, 0.2. Okay, new H1. Continuous trend, it should just break through these highs, and if it does, so be it. I'll leave that for today. If it comes and breaks this low, I will take the scalp. This will be the last trade potentially for this trading session. Two trades so far today. This will be the third, more than enough. Already hit my profit target, so I should possibly not be doing anything. Let me just check how much am I willing to lose from this. So I made 0.6 today. Willing to lose 0.1. I may not do anything, because if I'm only willing to lose 0.1, that's not much, and I'm happy at the 0.5. But we'll see. If it plays out exactly how I have read it, it means I've been right 3 out of 3 times. So makes sense to get paid for it. Let's see. I'll give it 10 minutes. Reason I would sell gold if it breaks its structure. That's all. I'm just looking for a scalp if it breaks its structure. I'll show you why. If you have a look here, we have structure here. These previous H1 lows are all respected. It got up here, and when it broke it here, pushed up, and look what it did. Came and stopped everyone who was trailing this up. So that's a move, right? So that's essentially what I'll be looking for. It did continue. This is a consolidation that don't count, but look, it's got this structure here, and gold has been maintaining it until here. So it had a little pullback, came up. Again, this is before the change of sessions, so I would expect this kind of price action, consolidating really. So here it's got its structure again, so it should continue respecting the previous lows. However, if it breaks this one here, I'll be inclined to believe it may push a little bit further to break another, and there's a scalp there. I feel more comfortable taking the scalp in this direction rather than catching the entry at the top there, because most people would be trying to continue this trend up. So there's money here, and there's definitely money there. So if it breaks its structure, I'm more inclined to take the sell to continue it a little bit rather than buying this and leaving my stop loss here. So that's it, just based on structure. That's all I base my trading on. I don't check news in terms of what forecasts say. I mean, forecasts is usually, they tell you what's happened already. It's like indicators. They tell you what's happened already. Say, I've read a few of them. Gold is at all-time high. If it continues, it's going to be bearish. No, bullish. Yeah, of course, if it continues, it's bullish, right? It's approaching a yearly high, and that's all it really does. It doesn't really give you any indication of what's happening. It's only just telling you what you can actually see. So the only thing I could rely on is my own eyes, and the only thing I could control is my emotions. The combination of the two is what served me well this year, in the last 2 years, should I say. And when I started doing that, my first year, I was listening to gurus, I was reading news, I was doing all sorts, indicators, everything. But when I started relying on what I could see, that helped. And since I've been trying to learn how to control my emotions, that's been helping as well. So this is something I could control. Okay. Okay, so FTSE finally broke that high. It's continuing its uptrend. That's fine. DAX almost. Yeah, still not buying that. No entry. Yeah, not touching that. It looks like gold wants to push off, but it's just stalling. I mean, I think I've been streaming for an hour or so, and it's been here since got in there, and it hasn't gone nowhere. So it's not that much this last hour. That's all it did. Good exit. Yeah, got out right at the top there. Let's see what happens in the next 5. I said 10 more minutes, so 5 more minutes left before I make a decision. It looks like it wants to break. Okay. Breaking up in line with these two. Glad I didn't try to say it yet. So yeah, it respected that previous H1 low. So that's it. I mean, like I said, if it broke it, which it didn't, I would have sold it, but it respected it. That's why it's important to me, these previous H1 lows. So got a new H1 here. Could definitely jump in quickly to get a small win, but cautious. This break and retest comes back and gets me out. I don't think I want to do that either. I may call it a day here, people. I don't see anything else happening. Taking something from euro, taking something from gold. Okay. Let's see what DAX is doing. DAX may just do equal highs here. They're just consolidating. Let's see, did it touch back? Yes, it did. It has no reason to come back here. It should just really smash through here. Maybe there's an entry in DAX. Let's see. Happy for you, man. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just giving my views. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's 50-50. I'm going to be right or wrong. So whatever your conviction, what works for you, do what works for you. I don't feel comfortable buying at highs. As soon as I get in, the nerves get to me. And any price action that goes against me makes me feel like, anxiety filled, right? I don't feel comfortable buying at highs. So I need to do what makes me feel comfortable. Buying at lows, yeah. Buying at highs, no. I need to sell at high. So, I mean, you got the break here. Hopefully it continues. But for me, I'll be panicked because I know a lot of people trade breakouts. So you got the break and retest. And I've seen it too many times. The retest comes, stops everyone out here, digs into there, then goes again. I just don't like that feeling because I know how I am going to react emotionally. So nervous already, takes me out, I'm angry, then goes off without me. I'm furious, I'm revenge trading all day, and I don't want to do that. So I'd rather miss this break. I bought it here though. We had the pullback. H1 low was all the way down here. Then we had the break in this candle. I bought it here, I was okay with that. But I got out as soon as it broke this high. Slightly different structure there. Where was I? DAX. Maybe opportunity in DAX. Let's see. Yeah, I'm good. May get a break in DAX, but I don't want to buy it high. I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna set my 0.7 today and really good opportunity. No, it's not a good opportunity. There is an opportunity in DAX maybe to when it breaks this high, break this candle to continue to break that high properly. I don't see why it doesn't. It's held this structure. Let's try and break higher, break Monday's high. It's touching Monday's high. Small position on DAX. Let's go for it. Let's see if I can make my $80 on this move. Hopefully I don't regret it. I could afford the loss. Yeah, I could afford the loss. Like, you know, let's go for it. I could afford the loss. Let's see. 24,360. I want to see it down there. 24,60. Let's see what that looks like. And I am not willing to risk that much. Don't want to see it underneath here. Let's see where the H1, previous H1 is. Okay, wow, it's all the way down there. Not ideal. I'm just going to base it on a dollar amount then. So made 0.6 today. Don't want to lose more than 0.4. I'm risking 0.4 on this trade. That's about 0.4. And trying to make something. There we go. TP. Good decision. Getting ready to close out of this. Get another drive. And I'll be happy with that. Okay. Come on. I have to look at NAS in 1 sec. Should have exited this, but it's a new H1 candle. Just taking a high. Should drive a little bit more than this. And then I exit it, leave a runner maybe, and close the laptop. That's the plan. Okay. We're in for a ride. Still satisfied that I'm not in that gold move. It's not going anywhere right now. Let's see. Broke. Are we going to get another drive? Don't know yet. Look at that. As soon as I get in. That's fine. 0.4. So be it. Doing some kind of equal highs here. Monday's high. I still expect it to get taken. Yeah. Expected to drive through. I was expecting it to take Friday's high, which is up here. It's just been so slow. Let's held this structure. It should be underneath this low. The daily lows have been respected. Should be underneath there, but that's more than I am willing to risk on this trade. That's 0.4. That would be 0.6. Yeah, 0.4 is fine. Right. So last trade for the day, definitely risking 0.4, see if we could get another drive to get the account balance to 5,000, and I'll be up 5% on the account after 3 days. Very happy with that. And then spend, this will be another 0.5 profitable day. Then I'll spend the rest of the week just try to get another profitable day and just grind it up. Finish this next week, potentially. So that's the plan. Just gotta be patient here and see if we could get the rest of the move. Have a quick look at NASDAQ. Okay. Trending. Nice trend. I'm actually very happy to see this. I got a few index funds. That's heavily weighted with tech stock, I'm sure. It's maintaining its trend. Okay, big inefficiency there. Maybe it's going back to fill it. Let's see what day that was. Okay. So big drop yesterday evening for New York session. Consolidating really here. Are you, so you are in on a NAS trade currently, whipping post? And I'm assuming you're, well, you said you live in a run on, so I'm not too sure what you're doing here. Are you selling this or are you buying this? This is consolidation to me. If you caught that move, that's great. Very happy for you. It's nice drive down. Break it. Look, H1 structure, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. At this price point here, it broke structure. That would have been my entry. And yeah. In drawdown now on the gold is still not doing nothing. Is it breaking out again? Gold is going through it again. Very bullish gold today. FTSE looks like it wants to continue driving. Hopefully this DAX decides to just start moving sometime today, you know. it hasn't been doing nothing for a long time, all week. Hopefully it's not just reached the top of the range and it's come all the way back down here again. It could be doing that and just creating these higher highs, higher lows, should I say. So let's mark it out. Where would it be? Where is it interacting with? Go to H1. No real indication why this. Okay, that there. That's there. Okay. So it could find support from yesterday's daily high, which is where it's sitting now. Use this as a springboard and just push back up, and that would be a better entry. So that could happen still. So I could hold this, and it should do it there really. That's the best support for it to push up from. If it doesn't do it there, then I'm looking to get out. Should do it there. So my stop loss should be okay there. Should be okay underneath here. I don't want to see it underneath here. It could come here if it needs to, but I don't want to see underneath here. Even though the H1 low is all the way down there, that's a problem. That's why I don't like buying at the highs yet. This could happen. Draws all the way here, stays here, draws all the way there. Second guessing my position. I may want to close it now, and then as soon as I close it, goes back up. Just don't like buying at highs. Just stuck to my guns. Just this gold trade maybe triggered me. Anyway, I'm gonna hold it for now. If I close it, I made 0. I'm up 0.8. I still made some money today. I'm gonna make a decision in the next 5 minutes whether to hold this or close this. I'm quite happy. I made my target today. I think 0.6. So I want to close, keep about $100. We'll see what happens with the next 5-minute candle. I'll make a decision. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make a decision off, probably off stream. That was me overtrading a little bit. Yeah, that was me overtrading. All right, so I'm gonna call it there. Don't want to take any more trades. Probably close this position at some point. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. Make a decision. I should get a buying candle here, and it should have reacted there. If I don't get a buying candle for this drive up, I'm out of here. I'll take maybe a 0.2 loss and call it a day. Yep. So last stream for this week. I will still be trading throughout the week, and I'll be back live streaming on Monday morning when I'm back from a little break with the family. Okay. Hopefully if you enjoyed that. If you have, leave a like. Any comments, any questions, hit me up and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Patrick signing out. Until next time, peace.